New class, right? So, always I should say hello, hello, and all. You should respond. Okay, it's all right. So if you are not ready to speak, I'll only speak. Yeah, Nishat. Okay, all right. So individual abilities are like we know well that in this universe, everyone we everyone is an individual. Like we have our own thinking capabilities, depend on our IQ levels, depend on our socio or economic, cultural conditions. So these individual abilities or inabilities depend on our psyche or your or our understanding or comprehension capabilities. Okay, so it may varies one person to another person. So why we are discussing here in this class, yeah, this is this English class not only related to English classroom, as well as each our topic and entire book is related to psychology also. How it is related to psychology is that the person who like we can see 16 members in our class. So 16 members and like 16 members, they have their own speaking style, their own vocabulary. They'll use different words, they'll write different words, they'll understand different word in the different way. Okay, they'll explain in their own way. So here what I'm saying, the four LSRW skills you will grasp in some in your own way, and you will exhibit or say another way. So we'll take example like if I'm just now I asked the one who are in the class what are whatever we have discussed for yesterday. Then for example Ramu says whatever he understood from my lecture. And if we take Kankaraju and Jasmine or Kavita, if we take, they'll speak, they'll understand in their own way, and they'll use different vocabulary. So this is not only we can also judge individual abilities are like people, the one who is interested in sports, or the one who is interested in like what I can say, yeah, action, or yeah, games, many more things like embroidery work, stitching, or teaching, or whatever. So it depends your interest and your capabilities. All right. So actually, I prepared a few slides for you. So I'll try to share this screen with you. In 4 minutes, I'll explain. Like I'll make you to understand. All right. Just a minute. Yeah. Yes, my dear friends. Uh, are you able to see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
but
sir.
your voice is
Okay.
breaking
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Yeah. So we'll see the block one, language as yeah. See, missed here. Yeah. Language as communication. So yesterday, as we discussed, how language plays a crucial and important role in our daily life, and how it will help us to reach global standards as we are learning and studying MA English course, and how it will beneficial for you in your daily life. So we'll see what is communication. So yesterday we also discussed about communication. Communication is like sharing information or transforming or transmitting whatever the raw data you have. So we'll see here. Could anyone read this slide? Please take the initiation and quickly read. Otherwise, I'll only read and explain.
Yes, sir. I'll read, sir.
Yes,
The
Yeah,
sir.
act
please.
of act the act of instigation of communication refers to the process where two people take part in a two-way physical or verbal exchange in the hopes of reaching mutual understanding. This process involves participants and not only exchanging information, views, and ideas, but the sharing of feelings regarding wide-ranging phenomenon in addition to contain goals and values. Communication is, however, in addition to this actuality, a means of connecting people or places. Through the use of words and sounds, the speaker consciously discards a large amount of information in the hope that it may be correctly interpreted by the receiver.
That's great. Thank you so much. So, my dear friends, can anyone explain like what is communication now? As our friend read now, so it's easy to understand how this information is like plays a major role. So, we'll give you many examples to understand this. But could anyone try before me? Hello. Okay, all right. You need not to worry. I'll only explain. Communication is like to share your feelings, your thoughts. So, uh, if you share your feelings and thoughts and whatever you have gained through your daily life experience, so it will be helpful for the others. So, for example, I'll tell you, now you have joined in B.R. Ambedkar Open University. How did you join? Without information or without communication, is it possible to join in the university? Hello?
No. Yeah, no, sir. No.
Impossible, right? So, with the help of print media or mass media or your friends, you got to know that this MA English course is introduced, and so on. So, fee structure, and this is the syllabus. Okay, and this is the course duration, and exam pattern will be like this, and you have assignments and all. Okay, and after that you will paper your your performance will be evaluated. Then you will get your scorecard. So these all whatever I am speaking now, what is this, what do you mean actually? Hello. I'm communicating with you. I'm sharing. Okay, whatever I have gone through and what all information I have with. Okay, right? You understood? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, what is context? So, can anyone read this slide? Quickly, we'll move because
Okay.
we have a lot to discuss. Yeah.
Context, also known as the communal condition of an environment, refers to a process which involves the evolution of information that will have an effect on the probability of success regarding the communication process. It is as a result of this fact that effective communication depends on the mass of common shared knowledge. between various people in order for one to understand a unit of communication on a technical level. They needed to understand the process regarding the outcome of the transmission with consideration upon whether it was understood by the receiver. An example of applied whether it was contextual situation can be noted through
Contextual
how
situation.
one's mannerism changes when in their work environment in comparison to a night out with either friends or family. There are, however, five different forms of exciting context today. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Great. So, friends, what did you understand something?
Yes,
You
sir.
just yeah. Who is there? Yeah. Hello. Someone was speaking, right? Okay. All right. Context. So just before we have discussed about the communication, and so you know the language properly, or if you know the information properly, okay, so you can't if you know something, you can't like blabber, or you can speak anywhere, wherever, you can't speak wherever you want, but we need a context. Okay, so if I asked you to write about a essay for 100 words or 500 words, in the context, it's something related to environment, or something related to emerging, about our health conditions, or deforestation, many things. So you you can't write whatever you want, but you should use the particular terminology and the particular your, what I can say, terminology. Okay, depend on the context you should write. And in the not only essay writing, if I asked you to speak something, you should stick to the context, and you must focus on whatever you are speaking. All right. Hello. Hello. Yeah, all
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yeah. See, these actually many slides are there. If you go line to line, it will be difficult. So these all PPTs will be with you. So you just read, and after that we'll take the book, and we'll go unit wise. So you just try to understand while our friends reading. Is it okay? Because it is easy to understand. If I explain, no, it's take maximum time, and we have less time. Okay, so quickly, can anyone read the physical context?
Yes, sir. Can I read, sir?
Yeah, please.
The physical context is a term used to refer to the general ecological conditions of a particular environment where the communication process takes place. These particular areas can, however, come in the form of classrooms, public parks, and office in addition to restaurants. Physical context involves the examination of how not only specific regions but temperature and weather affect the context of messages during the process of communication. In order for an individual to become an effective communicator, it is essential that a person learn what types of statements are acceptable in specific ecological conditions. Nevertheless, the physical context aids individuals distinguish which messages are appropriate in different environments. An example of this can be noted if a person were to go have a job interview in a park for an employment position in the business sector. This would definitely have an impact on the sharing of information between the two people with regard to the seriousness of the position.
Okay, thank you, Vandana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
uh, all right. Yeah, quickly move on to the next slide. Yeah, please.
Social context. The social context, on the other hand, refers to the general environment or circumstances that the communal framework of interpersonal and individual behavior take place. Moreover, the social context refers to the temperament regarding the relationship an individual has with other people. A crucial facet of the social context is the status relationships have more among various people. As a result of this actuality, the social context means that people usually change the way they communicate in accordance to the proclaimed status of the person whom they are engaging with. Furthermore, the roles individuals play, general society normality, cultural values, and customs all affect the way various people communicate and engage with each other. This itinerary. Itinerary is known as social context. Furthermore, the social context theory has a social psychological orientation that is used to identify not only societal structures but instances of socialization within the prescribed living environment. An example of how social context could have an effect on meaning in the workplace could be if an individual is flirting with their employer. This would be known as an irregularity in accordance to the social contextual shared meaning within a working environment. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So actually, it's actually very interesting. The social context is so. Can anyone elaborate? It's really interesting. So, how your language, how your communication changes depend on a particular area, or if you communicate with a person, or if you communicate with a different type of person. So for example, if I want to take, if you communicate with your parents, how you will communicate in home. If you are traveling in a bus, how you will communicate with your co-passenger. If you are traveling, not only traveling, if you are communicating with a teacher, how you will communicate. Or if you are communicating, or if you are speaking with a vendor in a market, how you will respond. Okay, so it's depend on your context, like a particular area or a particular person. It like the way you speak and the way you use your words, the vocabulary, and your sentences depend on context, it changes. Can anyone wants to add it to something? Hello. Yeah, all right, we'll move on to the next slide, please. Next, quickly.
Cultural
Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Cultural content. In order for an individual to understand what the cultural context involves with regard to how it affects communication between people, it is essential that they ask themselves the question, what is culture? Culture refers to the set of values, attitudes, beliefs, and views that are integrated within our core principles. These characteristics not only influence the way we think, but the way we view the world. Moreover, culture as a tool of assimilation affects our communication habits as well as person preferences with regards to desires, needs, and wants. Nevertheless, it as a result of this all encompassing actuality that miscommunication occurs so regularly within not only working but social environments. As a result of this fact, the culture context can affect the sharing of meaning in not only the workplace but almost all the other forms of context. An example of this can be noted through observation. Western African countries who have several restrictions with regard to how women are allowed to articulate themselves in public. Nevertheless, this actually can affect a variety of factors in the workplace with regard to one's daily occupational duties. If they work in a profession where they are required to speak loudly, for example, if it is your responsibility to tell your fellow colleagues orders in a profession kitchen, as a result of one's cultural obligations, you may not be able to perform in that particular desired occupation. Thank you, sir.
Is my voice is audible to you? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Priya, have you done with reading your slide?
Yes, sir.
So here we have, according to Jean Piaget theory. So first, what you will do, or depend on your friends or who, what we will do. We'll first try or how they are writing or what they are speaking, accommodate or sorry, not gather the information, and depend on your likes and dislikes. You will accommodate all the things. Like now I'm speaking. Like I've learned from various sources. Like I would have learned from my friends, I would have learned from my teachers, or I would have learned from my friends, or I would have learned from parents, or some like these what I can say, YouTube or more like social medias and all. So you will try to listen, or you will try to gain the information from the various sources, and first you will gather the information, and depend on your requirements, you will accommodate. All right, this is all about this slide, and we'll move on to the next slide. Yeah, so this is actually probably second unit about the language. So what is language and all, and we'll see. Can anyone read the slide?
Yeah, sir. Shall I?
Hello, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, sir. We able to see the screen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes, sir.
The one, please give chance to
Hello.
others. The one who read, you just give chance. Yeah, yeah, please go on. Who is there?
Definition
Sir,
of
shall I read?
language.
Yeah, please.
Definitions of language. A language is a system of communication which consists of set of sounds and written symbols which are used by the people of a particular country or region for talking or writing. Language is the use of system of communication which consists of set of sounds or written symbols.
Okay, great. Thank you. So it is very simple. So can anyone tell what is language actually in your
Language
own words?
we used to speak.
Hello, hello, hello.
So please repeat it.
Sir, you're audible, sir.
Yes, sir, your voice is breaking little.
Okay, okay, okay. That's okay, fine. So just I'm asking you, what is language according to you? See, it's simple. We discussed about
Means of
communication.
communication.
Yeah, someone is telling. Yeah, please go ahead.
The means of communication.
Okay, okay, okay. That's great, Ramu. So we know what is communication, like sharing information. Okay, and depend on whatever you share, they require information. You will try to learn, and you will accommodate it. Okay, and as per Noam Chomsky actually he's talk about LAD, language acquisition device. So when actually this LAD is innate, when a baby born or when we born, that automatically we have already that what I can say, LAD called it. It is already there, yeah, with us, and depend on your daily life experiences and circumstances. You will learn with the help of communication. Okay, and this some sounds. Okay, and we have phonetics and all. If you talk about this English, okay, and have you heard of dialects? Dialects also varieties of language, so it's depend on our areas. So if you talk about the Hindi language, so the people who are there in Delhi, they'll speak different Hindi comparatively Hyderabad. And if you talk about Urdu, the Hyderabad people speak Urdu is comparatively the Vijayawada and Vishakhapatnam people, or whatever a particular Telangana area people, they'll speak something different. If you talk about Telugu also, the people speak in Telangana and the people who speak from Andhra Pradesh, language, their language itself, it varies. Okay, the different in their own language. Okay, additionally, all right. Language proficiency. So you tell me what is language proficiency. Hello. Yeah, try to read. Please, if no one is ready, you repeatedly one can read. That's also okay. Hello.
What is language proficiency?
Okay.
Language proficiency is a term that refers to someone's ability to speak a language. There are levels to proficiency, and depending on your fluency, speaking a second or third language proficiently may increase your prospects as a job candidate. If you are studying a new language or applying to positions with multilingual requirements, learning more about proficiency and how it works can be beneficial. In this article, we answer the question, what is language proficiency? And we explain why it's important and how to include proficiency in our application materials. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So here, language proficiency means you are enough capable to speak about a language. So if you are going for an interview, or if you are seeking for a English teacher, there are able to, or enough capable enough to understand whatever they are talking, then only you will interact, or you can do your best. Okay, language proficiency is like you are allowed in a language, you should mastery over the four skills of language. Okay, that is LSRW. All right. Okay, next. Hello.
Language development.
Okay.
Language development starts with sounds and gestures, then words and sentences. You can support language development by talking a lot with your child and responding when your child communicates. Reading books and sharing stories is good for language development. Language proficiency is the ability of an individual to use language with a level of accuracy that transfers meaning in production and comprehension. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. So here, simple, like you might have very like well known of this how to develop a language. So you should find you should find a partner, the similar language speak, the one who can speak the same language, and you can try to share your ideas, whether you are speaking okay, we'll take this particular English language only. So if you don't know, if you are a beginner, so you just try to speak with your neighbor or with your friend or whoever it is. You can speak with your mother also, okay, or you can speak with your kids, or you can speak with your neighbor, whatever. So if you speak as much as you can, so you will get to know where you are lagging, and the one who is the opponent person who is listening to your friend or whoever, they'll try to like rectify your language where you are lagging. Okay, so that is the second or third stage of rectification and all. But in the, as you are a beginner, you must speak continuously. You will without any kind of hesitation, you should speak. Okay, whether if you are writing wrong, or if you are getting any mistakes also, that's all right. But you must write if you want to master over a particular language, not only English, whatever you are trying to learn a new language. Okay, so a few strategies are there to improve your language. So can anyone read this slide?
How to improve your language? Improve your pronunciation and accent. Find a language exchange partner. Always read out loud. Listen according to your interests. Don't forget about passive listening. Take advantage of parallel texts. Read like a child.
Yeah, so how child reads, how a child reads in your home? Hello, will they read silently?
Loudly, sir.
Louder.
Yeah,
Loudly.
loudly. So
Loudly.
yeah, loudly, that's great. So if we read loudly, then you will only understand whatever you are speaking, and you are able to what I can say, introspect yourself, how you are speaking, where you are lagging, and your communication. And if you write yourself in a paper, then if you check your mistakes, like your spellings or your sentence, and where this comma or question mark or whatever, um, those what I can say, particular punctuation marks and all, so you will get to know your own mistakes, where you are committing and how far you are able to do your job best. Okay, so improve your pronunciation and accent. So just now we have discussed about this uh, what I can say, uh, what is that, dialect. Okay, so dialect is also a kind of what I can say, accent. Okay, so how a language, like if you are trying to speak Malayalam, or if you are trying to speak Tamil, so you should here they gave, you should be a good passive listener. If you want to learn a language, if you want to speak fluently, then how the native speaker is speaking, how he's uttering the words. Okay, how he's vocal, how he or she is twisting his or her tongue. Okay, and yeah, if you are you know reading and writing the particular language, and you just try to read the books gradually to improve your language. Now you are learning or no, not I won't say you are learning. Now you are becoming a master of English language. You must read whatever handbooks are with you, then you will understand the new words and how to pronounce the a
मन टाइम
particular.
कस वाला केना पड़े ना
Hello,
ड्यूटी घर करे ना टाइम छे करना पड़ो
find a language exchange partner. So
पड़ो तो
just
आखा सुनलाई
discussed about
पड़ो तो आज बाबा आज बुलाई
right.
नहीं
Okay, listen according to your interest. So if you want to learn a language, the interest and curiosity, both the curiosity
वो
and
पड़े
interest
टाइम रे नो
should
के
not.
रिश्तों ना और बात ही 5 बजे उठो तो ना 10 बजे लगा रेस्ट नहीं मानो
Kavita, are you there?
उसको अरे थैंक यू के सुनार तो ना ने
Hello.
Hit that mute all button.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, but I
Go
asked
to
her to.
Thank you,
participants on
Nartana.
the right bottom corner. You will find mute all.
तू गट्टिया बातें करो और सांगड़ो तो लाग रही तुम्हारी बातें आज उन्हें होटल नहीं क्यों तो मैं नहन बातें करूं तो मोर करती
I can't mute her.
अन्ना
Only
काम
admin
बैठी कहीं
can
घर
do
में
that.
काम करेगा एक बात की तो के जितने होटल का जी
You can do it, sir. Go to
उसको तो
participants.
हमारे
You are
सांगड़ो
not
तो
even
रही
co-host. You are co-host, sir.
क्यों ना
I
गट्टिया
can do
क्यों
that.
ना ना कत कहीं
Yes, sir. Go to participants.
Okay. Just a minute.
Pick participants.
Yeah. I'm looking in. Yes. Yeah. Now no issues at all. Okay. Yeah. What we are talking. Yeah. Improve your pronunciation and accent. So you should be a passive listener to speak effectively. Okay. And before that, you should know the syntax of language, that morphology, phonology, and all. With the help of that, you can learn it well. Find a language exchange partner. So they also should they should have enough patience to listen to you, and they are ready to communicate or rectify your language. See, many of my friends used to correct my language. Even I used to do that. If they are grammatically mistake, I'll tell you should not repeat this. This is past present. This is future present. This is noun pronoun and all. So even you should even in that way we can improve our language. Listen according to your interest. So whatever, if I'm telling you to watch English movies and improve your language, you never do that. Like that's not depend on your interest. So you can watch any series, or you can read some books like Ruskin Bond, or whatever you like book. That sort of books you can read, or you can listen. Now Amazon introduced that Kindle. Okay. um, those things, I'm just giving a few examples, but you can go through whatever you are interested with. Okay, right? And don't forget about you should listen well and take advantage. You should take the whatever you have like interested, the textbooks, and read like a child. You should read loud, then your own voice you will listen. And my all professors and eminent professors, they used to say, if you want to enrich your vocabulary, or if you want to learn some new languages, you just get in, like you should you should take a mirror in front of you, and you try to speak a language, and definitely you will get to know how you are speaking, and what is your language level is. All right. Yeah, we have less time. We'll quickly move on. Yeah, please read this particular slide. Hello.
Levels of language proficiency. The term levels of fluency refers to predetermined levels of language skills that correlate with a person's proficiency when speaking, writing, and reading a foreign language. Your level of fluency on a resume helps potential employers decide whether or not you are qualified for a specific job position. To assess your levels of fluency, you may refer to online tests and guides that help you understand your levels of fluency in a foreign language. Impact of globalization on English language.
Okay.
The word globalization is the buzzing word to all economists, a magical word to entrepreneurs, and a material word to the governments and all other business people. Globalization is the trump card for the rapid development across the globe in terms of language, culture, tradition, customs, lifestyle, economy, and science and technology. If we go back to the origin and existence of this term globalization, the term has been there in the annals of history and it got its significance just a decade ago. It started on the point of business, then spread like a wildfire to all aspects of human survival. Technological advances in production, transportation, and telecommunication, and more advancement with internet that firms got access to customer supplies and collaborators around the world. Globalization originated with trade and marketing and crossed the national boundaries to connect people. Globalization has brought everything together, but the English language made globalization more possible and effective one. Due to globalization, English language emerged as a global force. As statistics say, English language is the most widely spoken tongue in the world today. It is English language, however, a bigger impact on the world as a whole and has become the global de facto standard used in business, cultural, political, and linguistic exchange. English rules is an old phrase. English language rules is a new phrase emerged out of globalization. Knowledge of English is very essential because countries are becoming globally integrated and coupled with each other in all aspects in terms of culture, economy, trade, and commerce. This integration can happen only when language spoken is the same. As per the international publication Economist said, India has multi-languages. Out of these, English is the only language understood all over India. Language remains potentially a communicating medium capable of expressing ideas and concepts as well as moods, feelings, thoughts, and ideas. English language has revolutionized science and technology. It has become the main tool in computer languages and components. The purpose of the language and its influence leading to common objectives. Computers are the most important technical tool that has revolutionized all walks of life, and communication is no exception to the phenomenon. The English language has taken U-turn after globalization. The musing language has become an item of economic value. Due to globalization, the companies are using English language as a medium to sell their products across the globe. There are constant advertisements in print and electronic media. English language sweeps all the advertisements. Globalization leaves no stone unturned, as current globalization seems to demand comprehensive transformation of the society. Its impact on language and culture be detected in every fact of life. The Parliament has also recognized English as an official language in addition to Hindi. Realizing the importance of English language, then Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav demanded teaching of English language in schools. The greater demand for admission in English medium schools throughout the country is a testimony to the attraction of English to the people of India. We can make use of English language to promote our worldview and spiritual heritage throughout the globe. Some spiritual gurus have been using this language to establish cultural identity. Swami Vivekananda established our identity in overseas and manifested our culture with this language. Here, the very important way of promoting globalization of language is through education. The policy of teaching a foreign language is a policy of globalization. It promotes the pulling down of linguistic barriers and encourages languages to travel freely across national frontiers. English language present enjoys a position second to none in the educational system of many countries, including Arab world. Rampant use of English loan words in Japanese. It's almost possible to live in Japan without knowing English language.
Just now, Ramu read about the importance of language, how it will make you to reach and pass the front types. Okay, how it will like make you like reach the global standards. And now we'll see this what is written communication and all. Okay, Ramu, or can anyone try?
Right. Written communication. Written communication is any written message that two or more people exchange. Written communication is typically more formal but less efficient than oral communication. Examples of written communication include emails, text messages. Written communication is more precise and explicit. Effective written communication develops an enhances an organization's image. It provides ready records and references. Legal defenses can depend upon written communication as it provides valid records.
Thank you. So written communication is like now whatever like you have materials or you have circulars or you will be having those pamphlets or whatever, and the books also like a novel or whatever. The one person or two person can write together, and it will be published in web, or it will be printed as a book, and lakhs of crores of people can access over that. Okay, that is written communication. Okay. Yeah. So in 2 units we have discussed with these slides. Even you can check your textbook, everything you will find here. And next we'll see the next class we'll see about this socio linguistics. Okay. Hello. So friends, actually I have one important work, and I'm leaving the class. Next class we'll discuss about 2 units. Okay. I'm taking a leave, and thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
And Ramu will
Thank
get
you.
the PPT within half an hour. I'll WhatsApp him and he'll share with you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Sir, how he will share, sir?
WhatsApp. You are not there in group, Sahanas.
No,
Sir,
sir.
my number is
Sir,
also
I'm
not
not
there
in
in
group.
group, sir.
You try to contact with Ramu. No, Ramu actually yesterday he gave his number in group.
No, sir, we
Not
don't have
group.
his
Sorry,
number.
this what I can say. This text or chat box.
Send it in the chat box, sir.
Now. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Can you note down
Sir,
quickly?
we
Yeah.
want to join the group, sir. How to join?
That you should ask to Ramu.
Please send your numbers to that number, ma'am. I will add in the try to add. And one group is completely full, and we'll try with another.
Okay, sir, please give your number. Send it in the chat.
I have
We will.
already put it in the stat
Yeah,
in
he
the.
already posted. Quickly note down, then I'll take a leave.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anyone?
Thank you, sir.
But can I tell you one thing? Yeah, if you want to gain the information, or if you want to know something, your textbook is really informative. But if I want to discuss all the things, no, entire day also nothing. Hello. So I'm whatever important and helpful for you, that information only just I'm taking. But if you have more time, you just go through your book. Don't take it as open university's book now. So like don't neglect, I mean, really it is tasty, I could say. Your book is while reading, no, I was feeling so much interest. Excellent information they have given in your book. So you try to read, okay, if you have time. Bye bye. Have a great day.